Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good any time of the day or night, wherever you are. Peace and blessings, and thank you for joining me again today. Yeah, I got a lot to say. Anyway, I was thinking about some things, watching some things, and it just after a while it just becomes nauseating to just watch him. So anyway, I have a list of companies that supported Donald Trump. And I was amazed at some of the companies that I actually patronize that support him and supported him in this election. People have a right to support whoever they support, but I will not support them with my money. Now, me as one person, they won't even feel it, but I'm not doing it for them to feel it. I'm doing it for me. I'm going to put my money somewhere where I can be sure that people are looking out, not just for certain people, but for all people. And some of these companies that appear on this list, I feel like they're not really looking out for everybody, just certain people. So I'm not going to support them. And so some of these, I'm going to put the list up in this video showing who these people are. But to me, if these companies that support Donald Trump, they also support his lying. They support his cheating, his stealing, his racism, his fascism, his inability to admit wrong, his inability to admit defeat, his lack of graciousness, his lack of humanity, and his disrespect for military service. And I could go on, but those are some things that just came to my head. I'm a veteran, so yeah, that kind of means something to me. And I have two brothers, both of whom are veterans. And I have a host of friends who are veterans. So yeah, this really came over across as very disrespectful. And the fact that he said he plans to use the military against American citizens, yet he has no respect for the military he intends to use. Okay, I'm not going to really, let me get away from that. Let me just say that, right now it looks like he won the election. I said before, I'll say it again. There was a whole lot of fishy odor going around, as far as I'm concerned, about this election. No way in the world that, people were saying, they were always saying that it was going to be a hard race, but they had confidence that Kamala Harris was going to come out on top. She didn't win any swing states. No, somebody messed with that. And all this claiming that he was doing when he lost in 2020, he should not say one word when proof comes out that he, and I believe he was in cahoots with Elon Musk, with this. I believe they colluded to make this happen, and I don't think they are the only ones. And let me tell you, like I said, if you all are not ready, if you're not getting ready, if you're thinking this is just going to fly over and die down, I'm telling you it's not. It's not going to. When this man said on day one he was going to do certain things, he is using this time before the inauguration to do just those things. And I am praying, though, that if he did anything to sway this election, any illegal activity, anything to influence the wrong way, anything that he knew about, did not maybe personally condone, but knew that things were happening behind the scenes and didn't do anything to stop it, then he needs to be held accountable. He needs to be held accountable. And I just, a man that can't get through the day without lying and wants to be the president of these United States, I don't see it. I don't believe he won it fair and square, and I believe that he's going to be exposed. Anything you do in the dark will come to the light. And I know he doesn't necessarily think that applies to him, but it does. it applies to him. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this list on. I'm going to run it, for several seconds so everybody can, get a good look at it. And then I'll be back on the other side. All right. Yeah, so I just want to correct something earlier in the video. I said the word nauseating, and I checked with Oxford Dictionary and found out that it is actually nauseating. So don't want to say that incorrectly. Yeah. So just like Elon Musk, I always say Elon, and then for some reason in the video I wanted to say Eon, like eons away, or Ion television, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I think we need to be very mindful of what is going on. Keep our eyes on it, and don't listen. Y'all do your research. I've seen a lot of things on TikTok where people have caught certain things in terms of the election and the count. And I'm going to tell you what, Kamala Harris is not, she's no pushover. She was a prosecutor for years, and I think she can spot deception when she sees it. She can spot cheating when she sees it. And I just pray that it is caught. It is caught before he takes office, so that, we can just nip this in the bud before the country even goes down that road. Now, I will say that if that occurs, and when it occurs, I guess it should say, we need to brace ourselves for some pushback, because we're going to get a lot of pushback from people who, for whatever reason, thinks Donald Trump is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I even get people here, commenting on my feed that, I'm crazy, don't know what I'm talking about, and he's the greatest, and everybody has a right to believe what they believe. I don't believe it, so I'm going to say I don't believe it. Okay, not going to stay long because I've had y'all on here about 4 times today. I do appreciate the time that you have given me, and I pray that your evening goes well, or morning, or afternoon, or night, or wherever you are, and that you have peace and that you have blessings. Those of you always who have a relationship with the Almighty and can get a prayer through, pray. Okay, and we will all be praying, and you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and don't forget to stay woke. Stay woke, don't sleep. Just because the election is over doesn't mean it's time to sleep. Don't sleep. Stay woke. All right, see you again soon.